Hello, my name is Jeannine Gailey, and I'll be reading 2 poems from my book, Field Guide to the End of the World. This is the last love poem. I am obsolete as my ancestors, the Appalachian glass blowers, provoking fire over and over to produce their artifacts. I knew no writing could survive when we started calling children vectors, when our forests grew heavy with toxic spores. A map, a list, a series of images. What could I write now that would do anything? A poem orphaned, a crystalline ornament with no Christmas in sight, swirled with delicate color, resting gently on a ledge until the inevitable smash. So here in my last moments, let me set down my memories of you, your rough skin, your green eyes, your slightly clumsy hands. We turned and smiled at each other as the ugly concrete glinting with broken glass, as someone yelled obscenities and someone else handed out pizza slices to strangers. When we ran out of flour, we learned to bake cookies with nuts, seeds, flowers. We decided against all odds to plant dahlias. Do you see this as a rebellion? That after all this, the poet clings, stubborn, to romance? To the idea that somehow a small connection, a tiny universe of fire and friction, might be preserved. This is notes from before the apocalypse. There was a halo around the gibbous moon. The horses all lay down in their fields. Children died in a school holding hands. Tornadoes right through the city centers ripped up everything we had built. The hives of bees were empty. Do not fly apart. The bridges collapsed, leaving people stranded. There were knife attacks, guns in malls and theaters, bombings at the races, flus, pneumonias, resistant bacterias, virulent strains. Every day in spring the snakes flew through the grass. We could not escape. And all we dreamed of was death. A plague, a warning sign, sporadic shaking, moons out of orbit, water in the basement, earthquakes along state lines. Our bones grew cold while we slept. There was no distraction, everyone threatening a different weapon. Nature turned on us, furious. We had a bad case of burnout, then no sleep at all. We tried to hold together. We prayed, we lit candles, we huddled for warmth. We marshaled resources, we held hands, we looked to the animals. Someone told me to pull it together. I was busy writing down stories. Even with the barns burning, the last glow on the horizon, I could not stop taking notes.